who are awesome in the open court. And so I just think we lacked pace tonight, honestly.
Kaylin, can you take me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset and then you hopped into the back?
Like that hurts. Like the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you...
She said I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
The live satellite broadcast was expected to be nothing more than a routine post-game press conference filled with polished, PR-friendly responses and carefully scripted talking points. Instead, millions of sports fans around the world witnessed what felt like a complete media takeover. In front of a room packed with stunned reporters, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham appeared to break away from the league's carefully controlled messaging and took command of the microphones. This wasn't presented as a simple complaint about questionable officiating. Instead, it became a dramatic on-air confrontation that allegedly left executives scrambling behind the scenes, urging production crews to cut the audio before the situation escalated any further. Sophie wasted no time. Leaning directly toward the camera with unmistakable determination, she declared, "It's ridiculous." The atmosphere inside the press room immediately became tense. Sitting beside her, Clark appeared emotionally exhausted, letting go of her usual media-trained smile as the weight of the season seemed to show across her face. For months, fans had speculated about possible tension behind the scenes. Watching these two high-profile stars speak so openly during a live national broadcast only intensified those discussions. The league's carefully maintained public image no longer seemed untouchable. Within moments, the story spread rapidly across television and social media. The significance of the moment was impossible to ignore. In a league where players are often expected to protect the organization's public image, Clark and Cunningham chose to speak candidly rather than remain silent. They understood the potential consequences. They knew criticism could follow, along with possible disciplinary action from league officials. Even so, they stood firm, refusing to back away until their message had been heard loud and clear. For many viewers, this appeared to mark a turning point, suggesting that the league's public
trying to pretty much say that Kathy was not forced by Adam Silver to suspend Alyssa Thomas. Well, guess what? Adam Silver did an interview today, and he pretty much put hammer to damn me nail. I'm trying to look for a nail and a hammer, but I got a screwdriver right here. He put the screws in the coffin of the WNBA. Adam Silver said, you know what? Ain't none of this fair to Caitlin Clark. The torment, the assaults, everything that she's been faced with since she got here. He's subliminally letting the fans know. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better pay attention because we finna see big changes coming to Caitlin Clark way. See, Adam Silver understand business. Adam Silver understands Kathy has to go, and Kathy has to go like soon. Now, these are just some of the comments, and we're going to get into majority of it. This was just released 30 seconds ago from Yahoo Sports. This is what he summed it up. He said, I'm not going to comment on that because I don't think it's fair to Caitlin Clark or Kathy either.
During a crucial, high-stakes possession in the fourth quarter, a controversial collision occurred directly in front of the team's bench. Clark absorbed heavy contact on the play and was left clutching her back in visible discomfort. The entire arena erupted, with fans expecting head coach Stephanie White to step forward, challenge the officials, and passionately defend her franchise superstar. Instead, there was only silence. White remained on the sideline with her arms crossed, choosing not to argue the call or confront the referees. Moments later, the situation intensified when Sophie Cunningham attempted to stand up for her teammate during the game. She was immediately assessed a technical foul, and reports later suggested that Coach White criticized her players for allowing their emotions to get the better of them instead of supporting them in that moment. According to various reports and insiders, frustration inside the locker room had reached a boiling point. The coaching staff's lack of response during several tense, high-pressure situations reportedly left many players feeling isolated and unheard. Their disappointment extended beyond questionable coaching decisions. Many allegedly felt abandoned by the very leadership entrusted with protecting and supporting the team. When players begin to believe that their concerns are being dismissed instead of addressed, trust within an organization can quickly deteriorate. What was once viewed as a united locker room was increasingly described as a place divided by growing tension between the players and the coaching staff. Just as the franchise appeared to be heading toward a major internal crisis, attention reportedly shifted to the highest levels of professional basketball leadership. According to unverified reports circulating online, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver became aware of the growing controversy surrounding the situation. The claim suggested that, concerned about the league's public image and long-term reputation.
Of it. And Caitlin Clark is very, very sick and tired of it. She refused to even give Stephanie White a high five as she was exiting a game. We'll get into that. She's frustrated. First of all, if I pass the ball, I know I'm not getting it back because Kelsey's going to shoot every single time she touch it. Now I'm only playing 3 minutes here, 4 minutes there. Now I got to try to rush and hurry up and get my offense off because I know I'm coming out. I got a coach sabotaging me. I got an organization sabotaging me. This is frustrating. She's frustrated, man. Enough's enough. Then I got these trash refs who don't call any fouls. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Like that hurts. Like the ref can't miss that, and then I have to play with a
Lacked pace tonight.
like the rest of the game. Like it's ridiculous. That hurts. Like the ref can't miss that, and then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you?
She said I initiated the contact, which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
This was portrayed as far more than a routine disciplinary matter or a minor penalty for the front office. Supporters viewed it as a significant moment of validation for Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. According to the narrative, Adam Silver's reported involvement represented a major turning point, signaling that concerns raised by the league's biggest stars could no longer be overlooked. For years, critics have argued that the league's leadership exercised extensive control over its players while facing little accountability. The narrative suggests that Silver, with his focus on the broader business of professional basketball, understood that damaging the reputation of one of the sport's biggest attractions could have serious long-term financial consequences. As a result, his reported intervention was portrayed as a clear message that player welfare and confidence must become a top priority. According to these claims, the message from the highest levels of basketball leadership was unmistakable: protect the players, or risk undermining the entire system. Whether symbolic or practical, the reported move was described as a warning that the status quo could no longer continue without consequences. Following the alleged intervention, reports claimed that concern quickly spread throughout league offices and corporate headquarters. Executives who had reportedly dismissed player complaints and minimized concerns about the locker room environment were suddenly faced with growing public scrutiny. At the same time, speculation emerged that major television partners and corporate sponsors were closely monitoring the controversy, with some reports suggesting they could reconsider future investments if confidence in the league continued to decline. According to this narrative, the balance of power had shifted dramatically. The franchise was portrayed as facing an increasingly difficult decision. Continuing to support the existing coaching structure, critics argued, risked FERT.
Focus on being the best player as she can. And I don't even think it's fair to her that this has become a separate storyline about one foul. Should it have been called in time, or should it have been called a flagrant after the fact? Question. Now, what did I tell y'all yesterday? I stated Caitlin Clark is a girl that grew up in Iowa. All she wanted to do was play in the WNBA. All she wanted to do was be the greatest women's basketball player ever. That's all she cared about. I told y'all, when Caitlin Clark was frustrated the game before this one, or was that yesterday? No, that was yesterday. When Caitlin Clark was frustrated in the game, Caitlin Clark is frustrated because of all of the side circus that is going on surrounding her name. Now, I don't think Caitlin Clark is mad at the content creators. I really don't. I think Caitlin Clark is mad at mainstream media. Caitlin Clark is mad at Fox. Caitlin Clark is mad at ESPN, ABC News, all of the mainstream media. So all of these people.
Sponsors don't invest in professional sports to watch coaches stand silently on the sidelines. They invest because fans want to see elite athletes compete at the highest level in an environment that is both competitive and fair. In modern sports, the financial stakes are enormous, and the business reality is both demanding and unforgiving. If a league's biggest stars are unavailable or unwilling to take the court, fan interest, television ratings, ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and sponsorship value can all be affected. According to this narrative, the front office had reached a defining moment, with few remaining options and mounting pressure to address the growing controversy. Critics argued that leadership could no longer rely on the same explanations or delay meaningful action. The organization was portrayed as standing at a critical crossroads. One path called for significant administrative and cultural changes, while the other risked further damaging the franchise's reputation and long-term financial stability. Supporters of reform argued that the traditional approach of discouraging players from speaking out while protecting troubled systems had reached its limits. Within this narrative, Adam Silver's reported involvement symbolized the possibility of broader organizational change. Combined with players publicly expressing their concerns, it fueled speculation that professional basketball could be entering a new era in which athlete voices receive greater attention and influence. Fans also played a central role in the discussion. Through social media, television audiences, and public debate, many made it clear they expected accountability and meaningful action from league leadership. Whether those expectations ultimately lead to lasting change remains uncertain, but the controversy has undeniably intensified the conversation surrounding player treatment, organizational responsibility, and the future direction of the league. As the broadcast came to a close,
There. I gotta keep it real. She was lucky to not get a technical foul there.
Voice their opinion.
And she has every right, though. She has every right. Look at this. One, that's a foul. You're hand checking me already. It's a foul, man. Like, it's a foul. And then they go on the other end and they call some soft nonsense, bro. It's like, come on, man. Now she's running gingerly. I mean, you gotta make the foul calls, man. That's on the ref. And then she went into the tunnel, I think, kind of to walk it off. Yeah, Caitlin Clark is fed up, bro. She's frustrated, bro. She's frustrated beyond belief. She's tired. She's tired. Caitlin Clark is tired, man. But see, you could have got a tech right there. I'm gonna be honest. You're like, you can get a tech for that. You can get a tech for that. And then you're gonna see she don't even give she's fed up with Stephanie White. She like, man, I'm you subbing me out. Caitlin Clark helped bring this team back in the third quarter. Okay, a one possession game, and then you sub her out and you sub in Ty Harrison, and Caitlin Chen goes absolutely bananas versus Ty Harrison scores 11 straight in the third quarter. I mean, she's frustrated. Look at this. She's beyond frustrated, man. She ain't giving her no dap, nothing. She don't want nothing to do with Stephanie White. I'm sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of you. That's what it is. I'm sick and tired of you. She's tired of it, man. This situation has come to a head and it needs to end.
The biggest question now is whether the organization will make major changes to its coaching staff before the team steps onto the court for its next game. Or has the internal damage within the franchise already become too significant to fully repair? Supporters continue to debate whether Adam Silver's reported involvement, if accurate, will be enough to help stabilize the situation and restore confidence throughout the organization. Others believe the controversy has already exposed deeper issues that will require far more than a single leadership decision to resolve. While some have speculated about severe consequences for the league, there is no confirmed evidence suggesting an imminent league shutdown. Only time will reveal how this story unfolds and what decisions league officials and team leadership ultimately make. Until then, the discussion surrounding player treatment, coaching accountability, and organizational leadership is likely to remain at the center of the basketball world. What do you think about everything that's happened? Share your honest thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with fellow basketball fans, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss the latest basketball news, updates, and analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.